Hello everyone, welcome back. Right now, in continuation to the R script includes introduction, we are going to work on one of the real-time use case in our needed application, where in while we are working in business roles, we have created a business rule to validate the what needed date, and the purpose of this business rule is we are going to restrict the users to create needed request for the past date or for the same day. That's the logic for this business rule. Right now, we want to move this code to the script include, and this business rule will call the logic from the script include method that we are going to create right now. Okay, let's create a script include. To create a script include, go to the server development, click on script include, and we already discussed the configuration details of this particular page. We have to provide the name of the script include, give it a name as needed utils. So as soon as you provide the name, the API name gets updated and the script template also gets updated based on the options that you're going to select here. This is a class script include. That's why we haven't made any changes to the script. Then let's save this. And the function that we are going to create is a generalized function where it accepts the date and try to see this date is a past date or not. If it is a past date, it sends true. Otherwise, it sends a Boolean value as false. So the purpose of this function is it can be used anywhere in our ServiceNow needed applications. If there is this type of a business case arises, even with the workflows or when we are loading the data into using the transform maps or the script actions or different places, we will be writing code, right? So by using this function, this functionality can be repurposed in various needs in our needed application. So let's create the method is date past. That's our method name. This is a syntax how we are going to define a method inside a script include. This date past accepts a parameter to check that date is the past date or old date. So it is a date. It's a date field, date value. Let's give a value to date value. Then as we did the same kind of a logic in the business rule, first we have to instantiate glide date time. It gets the current date and time of the system that we are working on it. So right now, give it a name as right now, new glide date and time. Glide date and time. Then var, we have to make the string date that we have passed to the function as the system date and time. So we have to pass that date to the glide date and time API so that it converts into the system readable date and time. So let's say test date, new glide. It returns an object equivalent to the date that we are passing in. If test date is before right now, then that's a old date. That is, then it is a past date. Then we have to send return true. Else we are going to return false. Is the only thing that we have checked right there? No. We also checked whether the date is the current day or not. Whether the date is current day or not. For that, we have to create one more method. We have to create one more method to see if the date is the current date. If the date is the current date. For that, there is one more method that we are going to define. If date is today, and it accepts the date, and similar to this, we have to have the right now we need to read the current date, and we need to convert the date that we passed into the glide date and time object. From there, we have to get the current date. So to get the current date, we have the method called get local date from the glide date and time object that we have created in line number 16 and 17. Get local date, and where test date. So is today. Test date. Test date. Get local date. And from here, we have to compare this both dates. Today compared to is today. If I'm comparing these two dates, is the difference is 0, then return true, else return false. Else return false. This is the script include method. What happened? Where is that? The script include that we have created. This is the script include that we have created. Let's go ahead, update our business rule. Let's go ahead and update our business rule in a way that we are calling the, let's take this out, where utils equal to new, call the utils where is past utils. The method that we want to call for this is date past, and it needs a date. The date we have to pass it to current. What needed? Get me the correct field name for that. Needed. From here, back to this. This is the field name. What needed? Sorry, when needed. Current when needed. Then is past is true. We're going to this. Then again, copy the same lines. So then we have to have one more logic here, one more method to call, that is date is today. Is date is today. And is date is today. Then if it is a date is this, we want this to be aborted. Yeah, so we have created is date is today and is date past in our needed utils, and these methods can be repurposed wherever we want it. And also in our business rule, we invoked the needed util script include and the methods that we wanted, so that these functions we made it as a reusable functions, and it can be used in multiple places. Let's save this. That's it for today's session. Thank you so much.